Hi, folks. This is going to go up a little bit earlier than usual, just because I did take a peek at your quiz and realized that every question is focused on points and violations, and not emotions and physical and emotional fitness to drive. So I'm going to address these issues right now. What is a driver responsibility assessment fee? And let's just take a look at this in just a minute. Our choices are $10 surcharge to the court, uh, a fee you must pay to the DMV over a 3-year period if you are convicted of a certain traffic offense, a fee you must pay to the DMV over a 3-year period if you accumulate 6 or more points on your driving record within 18 months, or options B and C. Let me show you the answer real quick. Let's see if we can get there. Okay. And driver responsibility assessment is right here. The driver responsibility assessment is a fee you must pay to the DMV over a 3-year period if you are convicted of certain traffic offenses in New York State, or accumulate 6 or more points on your driving record within 18 months. Okay, this fee is in addition to any fines, penalties, and surcharges that you must pay for a traffic conviction. All right, so you have to pay for your conviction plus what they call the driver responsibility assessment fee. That's for the DMV to assess whether or not you are, kind of safe to drive again. The purpose of the assessment is to prevent the repeated behavior of problem drivers and to improve traffic safety, right? 6 or more, I believe, in most cases, is going to be from multiple convictions, all right? So let's go back to our quiz. And so our answer here, and you shall see in a minute here, let me press this button. Should be right in here. Okay, is option B and C. Okay. A fee you must pay to the DMV over a 3-year period if you are convicted of certain traffic offenses, and also a fee you must pay to the DMV over a 3-year period if you accumulate 6 or more points on your driving record. Okay. Now, I believe that your license gets suspended if you have 3 or more points on your license as is. Okay. I'm kind of doing this backwards. I usually would read through our lecture first and be sure before going on to this part, but I think we can handle it. Number 2, you have to pay a driver responsibility assessment fee if, and we can look here again, you are convicted of an alcohol or drug driving related traffic offense while driving a motor vehicle. You were found to have refused to take a chemical test for drug or for blood alcohol content. You receive 6 or more points on your New York driver record within an 18-month period for convictions of certain. Let's see if we can get the rest of that. Nope. Okay. So our answer though is all the above. Okay. So, and let's just take a look and see what more says. Who must pay? So it's effective from quite a while ago, back when you guys were toddlers. If you were convicted of an alcohol or drug driving related traffic offense while driving a motor vehicle, boat or snowmobile in New York State, consider that for a minute, not just a motor vehicle. Or if you were found to have refused to take a chemical test for blood alcohol content, you received 6 or more points on your New York State driver record within an 18-month period for convictions of traffic offenses committed in New York. Quebec, that's the province of Quebec, or the province of Ontario. You must pay the driver responsibility assessment whether you have a driver license issued by New York State, another jurisdiction, or if you do not have a driver license. Whew. Okay, let's see the next question. Which statement about payment for the driver responsibility assessment fee is not correct? Okay. So let's read through our questions. Alcohol or drug driving related offense, or if you refuse to take a chemical test, the annual assessment is. Oh, I wish we could. I don't know what more it says. Anyway, our answer is here. You can pay the total amount at the end of 3 years. No, you're going to have to keep paying every year. Okay. If you receive 6 or more points, we already talked about that. If you receive 6 or more points in the 18-month period. So you can't just blow it off until the end to pay the 3 years. You have to pay as the years go by, right? So let's take a look. How much do I have to pay? Depends on the type of violation or the total number of points on your driving record. If you are convicted of an alcohol or drug driving related offense, or if you refuse to take a chemical test, the annual assessment, annual means 3 years, $250 each year. The minimum amount that you must pay each year is the annual assessment. That's it, $250. The total assessment for the 3 years is $750. That's a lot of that's quite a lot of work, guys. If you were to do this with a part-time job, it's going to take you a lot of hours to get there. If you receive 6 points on your driver record for violations committed during a period of 18 months, the annual assessment is $100, right, for 3 years. The minimum amount you must pay each year is the annual assessment, which is $100. The total amount is $300. If you receive more than 6 points on your driver record during a period of 18 months, the annual assessment is $25 for each point in addition to the original 6 points. Okay. The minimum amount that you must pay each year is the annual assessment. The total assessment for the 3 years is $75 for each point in addition to the original 6. Not following that. The minimum amount that you must pay each year is the annual assessment. Got that. The total assessment for the 3 years is 75. Okay, 3 times 25 for each point. Right, got it now. Okay. If you must pay a driver responsibility assessment, DMV will send you a statement with the amount that you owe. You must pay at least the minimum amount by the payment date, or your driver license will be suspended. You will also pay the full. You can also pay the full assessment. Yep. The amount you owe may increase if you are convicted of additional offenses after your statement is issued. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's on top of everything else that you got to pay, probably including insurance and the fines from the court. Okay, and the surcharge, guys. You always have to pay the $93 surcharge to the court. Which statement about the payment responsibility assessment fee is incorrect? Okay, let's see. Payment date, the date, the payment, the conviction date, the date you were found guilty of the violation, the assessment date, the date that DMV enters a violation on your record, violation date, date that the incident occurred, that date that you received the ticket. Let's see which one of these is incorrect. Gets a little more tricky. Pay by mail or at the DMV. Right now, it's going to have to be by mail. I believe I want to say you can pay online, but I'm not sure. And guess what? You get to pay it to the office right here in my town in Utica. Okay. Frequently asked questions: what happens if I do not pay? What do the dates on the statement mean? Right. So the violation date is the date that the incident occurred. Okay, I think that's correct. Conviction date, the date you were found guilty. Okay, the assessment date is the date the DMV enters the violation on your record. Annual statement date, the date the DMV issued your statement. Payment date, final date that you can pay a driver responsibility assessment to avoid suspension of your driver license. Let's just take a look at the answer. Okay, so the answer is payment date, the date the DMV received your payment. No, that's the payment. That's the payment date is the last day that you can pay before your license will be suspended. Okay, so that's the one that's incorrect. That's number 4. All right. Number 5, true or false? If I do not pay the driver responsibility assessment fee, my driver license will be suspended. That is true. Okay. Got that? And let's continue. Whoop. Oh, look at that. Interesting what I just did there. I hope I didn't mess everything up by doing that. Okay, let's continue. Okay, page 3, subtitle for all new drivers. And answer this question: true or false? Reckless driving will result in your license being suspended for 60 days. Let's see if we can find this part right here. Let's see. Oh, that is true, by the way. But let's go there. Oh, come on, you. See if I can put it right in here. Okay, it should be for all new drivers. It's because I put this little. Hopefully this will work. Okay, suppose your license was taken away. Should be in there. No insurance. For all new drivers, right here. While on probation, if you are convicted of speeding, reckless driving, following too closely, participating in a speed contest, that's what we watched today, or any 2 other traffic violations, your license will be suspended for 60 days. Okay? Some of these are automatic 60 days. Some of them, all the rest are 2 of them, and you get 60 days. When you get your license back, you will again be on probation for 6 months. If you are found guilty of committing one of the above violations or any 2 other moving violations during the second period or probation, your license will be revoked for at least 6 months. Okay? Then when you get your license back, you will again be on probation for 6 months. Okay? So, revoked means that it's like canceled, and you have to go through the entire process again to get your driver's license back. Your license will be suspended for 90 days if you are convicted of driving while ability impaired by alcohol or drugs during probation, or revoked for at least 6 months for driving while intoxicated. Okay. Okay, here's the point system. The point system helps identify drivers who commit several traffic violations during a short period. Okay, so if the driving record accumulates 11 or more points within 18 months, a DMV will suspend or revoke your driver license or privilege to drive. You will be given the option of attending a hearing before an administrative law judge or accepting a period of suspension, usually 31 days. Okay, speeding carries 1 to 10 miles over the speed limit. It's 3 points, right? Not going to go through all of them, but we can see what they are. All right, and let's go back to our quiz. Okay, so we know that's true. Okay, new drivers, which driving infraction will not result in an immediate suspension or revocation of your probationary license? It is speeding will, following too closely or tailgating, participating in a speeding contest will, violation involving a traffic signal stop or yield. Okay, following too closely, aggressive driving will get it suspended or revoked. So our answer is violation of a traffic signal, stop sign, or yield sign. 2 of those will get it suspended. Number 7, we're back here again. 3, subtitle for all new drivers. True or false? During the 6 months of probation, any 2 driving infractions will result in suspension or probation of your license. That is true. Okay, number 8. For all new drivers, yep, true or false, after receiving your probationary license back, you have 1 year more of probation from the date to get your license back. That's false. I believe it's 6 months, right? 6 months. False. And number 9. All the following result in a 5-point violation except railroad crossing violation, failing to stop for a school bus, speeding between 21 and 30 miles per hour, reckless driving. Let's take a look. Which one does not carry 5 points? Okay, here's all our 5-point stuff. Reckless driving does. Failing to stop for a school bus. Following too closely is 4 points, guys. And railroad crossings 5. So it is following too closely. Tailgating is going to get you 4 points. Failing to stop. Speed. Oh, we don't even have that one. Speed between 21 and 30. Let's take a look at that one. 21 to 30. Ooh, that's 6 points. Woo! That's 21 to 30 miles over the speed limit. 6 points there. Wow, that's even worse than 5 points. Okay. And number 10. See page 3, subtitle, okay. True or false? You can reduce the number of your points by attending a New York State approved accident prevention, that should be prevention, course. And let's see what it says here. How can I reduce my number of points? Non-resident drivers, poor Canadians. No insurance, failure to answer a ticket. Indefinite suspensions, fatal traffic crash for all new drivers. Almost there. Let's go back to this question. So, how can I check the spend? How can I find out how many points there are in my record? Can I reduce the amount of points? You can't reduce the driver responsibility assessment. No, unfortunately, you can't reduce that one. But you can reduce the number of points. I'm not sure why I can't find it right now, but you can. And the way to do that is exactly that. So it's called taking a defensive driving course. You can take that online. It's usually $25, often offered through your insurance agency. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you can reduce. Here it is. Yep, here we go. Nope, that's a driver responsibility assessment. Here it is. You can reduce up to 4 points from your driving record and save up to 10% of your auto liability insurance premiums by completing a DMV approved accident prevention course. However, point reduction from your driving record cannot prevent a mandatory suspension or revocation be applied as a credit against future points. You can't do that either, or lessen a driver responsibility assessment. Okay, so that's it. And you can see more with the point and insurance reduction general information C32A. Okay, in fact, let me see if I can pull that out for us. Let's say you know where you're going for that. It's going to be right here. Okay, and you can do it right through the New York State DMV website. It's $24.95. Ready? Yep. So there it is. And I am going to stop here for tonight. So the answer to that was true. Okay. Bonus question: which of the following is an example of aggressive driving? Following too closely, excessive speed, using the horn to make other drivers get out of the way. These are all forms of aggressive driving. That is all the above. Which statement is correct? Honking at a driver to get out of the way is an example of road rage. Excessive speed is an example of road rage. Using your vehicle to injure another person or property is an example of road rage. Cutting someone off is an example of road rage. Okay, using your vehicle to injure another person or property is road rage. Okay, extreme aggressive behavior on the road. Okay, right. So this would be all the above. Okay, we are all set here for tonight. Have a great night, and we will see each other on Tuesday.